What is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new combo video for Atlantean Mermails. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, but I've got quite a few combos, a couple 3-card combos. I think we'll maybe have like 4 or 5 3-card combos to show you guys. So we're just going to go run through them real quick. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to check out Imperium Duelist 2 if you haven't already for this beautiful mat. Any of these sleeves you want to pick up, or dice if you want to pick up any of these awesome products, gaming accessories, or whatever. You can do so for 10% off with that discount code down in the description if you haven't checked them out already. And if you haven't already, go ahead and join the Discord or follow me on Twitch, Facebook, or Twitter if you want. So yeah, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the first combo here, which this first combo consists of just 3 cards. It's basically going to be Teus, Prince, and Launcher. Now, most of these combos do revolve around using cards like Prince and Teus. I do have a few other combos that don't showcase Prince, don't showcase Megalo, just a couple, although don't be surprised if you see a majority of these combos that do involve these 2 cards right here, because let's be honest, these are basically the main playmakers of the deck. While other cards can be used to make plays, they just aren't as efficient and will require more cards in hand for better combos. Just keep that in mind. Can you make combos without these cards? Yes, but they're more optimal to do so. So basically, this 3-card hand here is going to end us on a Mulan, a Trish, and a VFD. So 3-card hand loop and a VFD on board, just using Prince, Teus, and Fishborg Launcher, which you don't know what this card does. It's basically a tuner that you can special summon out of your graveyard if all monsters in your graveyard are water monsters. So first things first, let's start off by normal summoning Prince, sending Dragoons, adding Dragoons, and Megalo, like so. Then from here, we are going to summon Teus by discarding our Dragoons, and add a copy of Abyss Mander, and a copy of Mulan Glacia. Now from here, what we want to do is summon Megalo, discard Mander and Launcher, and we don't want to make any link plays just yet. The first thing we want to do is summon Launcher, since all of our graveyard is water. So we'll summon Launcher over here, and then we'll synchro with Prince, Megalo, and Launcher, or you could use Teus here as well, it doesn't really matter. And then after we use Launcher's effect to bring him out of the grave, he will get banished, leaving us with 5 in grave after we summon our Trish. So we'll put our Trish there. And then, so they're already down a card, and then from this point, we're going to summon Mulan Glacia, take 2 more cards out of their hand, and then from here, the last thing we're going to do is use Mander to make this a level 9, and then overlay these 2 for a copy of True King of All Calamities, just like that. So they're down 3 cards, and they're pretty much locked out of using monster effects for the next turn. It's a pretty cool combo showcasing the Fishborg Launcher and some other cards as well. Pretty cool combo I came up with on my own a couple weeks ago, and just now getting it to show you guys in this video. So yeah, pretty cool combo that just gets to showcase Fishborg Launcher that actually ends on a pretty mean board. So I'm going to go ahead and reset here, and we'll go into the next combo. Alright guys, so for this next combo, we're basically going to be able to end on Alacia with a rank 7 with Toad, and more importantly, still having an inventory left in hand to be able to get that disruption from Alacia. So this hand is going to just take Teus, Swap Frog, and Deep Sea Diva, because we do need a little bit of extra summoning power, I guess, to be able to get the link play off a little bit easier. So we're going to start with Diva, of course, and then Diva is going to summon Prince, and then we're going to use Prince here to send Dragoons, add Dragoons, and Megalo. And then from here, as you might have guessed, summoning Teus by discarding the Dragoons to add Gund and a copy of Infantry this time around. We could add Mulan Glacia here, but I think for this particular combo, it's better that we have an Infantry in hand to be able to follow up with our Alacia a bit more potently. So now we're going to link the Diva and the Prince away for a copy of Mermail Abyss Alacia, which gives us that effect to discard during our opponent's turn to search a Mermail, and the whole float ability. Now we're going to special summon Swap Frog here by discarding Megalo, and then we're going to send a copy of either Ronin or Swap from our deck to the grave. We're going to bounce the Swap back, discard the Gund, send the Swap Frog again, and then Gund will activate to summon out the Megalo. So just a cool way to get our Megalo out of grave by ditching the Gund off of the swap. And then at this point, we're going to special summon the Ronin by banishing this. And if you wanted to at this certain point, because I know Mooling Glacier isn't the best against some decks, especially with Dangers and Orcus being a thing. So you could have either added a Mooling Glacier here for this particular play, but your Alacia wouldn't be live particularly. So I guess with this combo you can take it as opening Diva, Swap, and Teus with any random water could get you to this point, considering any random water is probably infantry would be the best, because at this point you would get your Totally Awesome, your Abyss Gaios, as well as a Mooling Glacier on board, but you would also need to hard open the infantry as well. But for this particular combo right here, I'm just going to showcase having the infantry hand for the Alacia. So we have an interruption there, we have a search of a Teus, we have an interruption here, and basically a skill drain right here as well, which won't prevent any of our monsters attacking next turn either, because we all just have ranks and links here. And this is being boosted up by 500. This is as well, so 2,700 and 3,300. So a pretty solid board all around. And like I said, there's a little bit of variation that can go into this one. You don't have to add the infantry if you already opened it on top of those 3 cards prior. So yeah, this is a pretty solid combo there. And I'm going to go ahead and reset, and I'll show you guys another combo. Alright guys, so for the next combo, there's also a bit of variation to this one. I should have mentioned it at the beginning of the last combo. But here, I might as well just say it at the start. There is a little bit of variation depending on what other cards you open with these. Primarily cards like infantry and additional dragoons, things like that. It can make a bit of a difference into how this board will end, and I'll show you guys what I mean when we get to that point. So we're going to start with Undyne here, and Undyne is going to send dragoons. We'll add Prince off the dragoons, and then of course add our Gen X controller. Then we're going to summon the Teus, discarding the dragoons, adding a Mander off Teus, and then a Megalo off of the dragoons. And then from here, we're going to summon our Megalo by discarding these, special summoning the dragoons off of the Prince effect. And then we are going to link the dragoons and the Undyne together for a Mermail Abyss Alacia. Now, here's where if you already, let's say, opened Megalo in your opening hand, you could have added a Mooling Glacier right here and summoned the Mooling Glacier. Or if you would have opened up Prince instead of the Undyne, just a standard Teus Prince Dragoons combo, or just Prince and Teus combo that ends on Mooling VFD pretty easily. This is where a bit of variation can come in. So you would have a Mooling play here very easily because we are set up right now with 5 waters engraved. But basically what we're going to do now is just Mander, go ahead and make these level 9, and then from here we just simply go into our True King of All Calamities with a controller in hand. So we at bare minimum have discard fodder to search a Teus for the next turn with a VFD. So this is actually just a pretty strong board on its own. Even though we don't have like a really good discard target for our Alacia, it's still a discard target nonetheless. That's going to get a Teus to our hand next turn. And if it dies by any way, shape, or form, we get to send a dragoons, we get to add a Prince, and we have a pretty solid board. We get to revive any water out of our grave just to sort of stall with. And yeah, so that's it for that combo. We'll go ahead and jump into the next one. Alright, so this next one, real quick, just wanted to include this one because I forgot to in the actual video itself. Just a 3-card Mooling, VFD, and Alacia. Now, given that you have an infantry in your hand, on top of this, this board just gets much better because your Alacia can become live using that Lapis Dragon there to complete our link to VFD and Mooling Glacier. So there's that. Alright guys, so for this next combo we're just going to need Prince, Dragoons, and Megalo plus any random water. I'll also show you how to do this combo. It ends a little bit differently, but it doesn't rely on needing this extra water monster. I'm just using Gameciel as an example. So this is just a pretty easy way to, if you don't have this extra water, just taking into account these 3 cards, how you can get an easy setup with Alacia, with a Mooling, having a pretty good target in graveyard to summon back as well. So we'll just go ahead and show it both ways. So to start, we will summon the Prince, send Dragoons, add Dragoons, and Mooling. And then we'll summon Megalo by discarding both of our Dragoons and adding a copy of the infantry and the Megalo. Now, if this were the combo where we have the other water monster, we would add infantry and add Megalo, but if we did not have the other water monster in our hand to fuel Megalo summon, we would simply, instead of adding Megalo, add Lapis Dragon. So I'll put Lapis Dragon to the side and showcase this version first. So first we'll summon the Megalo by discarding these two, summon the Moulin Glacia, use this to go into Link Karibo, and I'll put Link Karibo right here, and then quickly go into any rank 7, preferably Gaios if we are going first. Now we will back this up a step, and as if played out as if we didn't have that extra water monster in our hand. So backing up to before where we would summon that second Megalo, and if we didn't have that extra water card in our hand, we're going to add Lapis Dragon to our hand instead, special summon the Lapis Dragon, and then link these two away into Alacia, just like that. And then we have 5 engraved where we would special summon the Megalo and take 2 cards out of their hand. And at this point, we have Alacia with an infantry in our hand and a Moulin Glacia. And we have Lapis Dragon in our graveyard to bring back off of Alacia if this card does get destroyed, which at 2600 defense is a pretty good target to revive if you ask me. Yeah, so it's a pretty solid ending field there. We have the disruption. It's not the best. It's probably the least impressive of all the fields that I show, but it's a simple combo. Just a simple way to get Alacia set up with an infantry in hand and Moulin Glacia on top of that as well. It's a much better version of the Mistar Boy Moulin Classic play we made back in the day when, you know, Links first came out. It's much better now because Alacia actually provides an extra layer of disruption and you know, just netting of resources if the card does die. So I just wanted to showcase a few combos to you guys. There's tons of combos this deck can do, and it would just be better to showcase a lot of these other combos or just ways the deck can play with certain, you know, different types of hands and cards that are available to it in a test hand video, or just catching one of my streams live where I play the deck. You can just sort of see how I play it hand to hand against certain decks, because obviously those you know, combos vary much differently than these controlled combos in a video like this, although it's still nice just to run down some of the more stable ones, or ones that end on the most extravagant fields while only requiring 3 or so cards. And yeah, I don't do these often, just because I preferably like test hand videos a bit better, but I figured I'd get a combo video just showcasing a couple plays with Alacia because the card is pretty strong in my opinion. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop me a like, let me know of any cool combos you guys have down in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to check out Imperium Duelist as well if you haven't already. Join the Discord, hit me up on Twitch too if you'd like. And yeah, as always guys, Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.